Hello. Today's video is for those who have gone no contact with an abusive parent. Those of us who have gone no contact with abusive parents most likely have heard some of the same invalidating and nonsensical type comments. Things like, but that's your mother. Your father can't help it, it's just how he is. You need to let what they say roll off your back. You need to forgive and forget, or you need to honor your parents. You only get one set of parents, you know. Statements like this just make me cringe. People who say such utterly moronic statements truly have zero clue what it's like to be in the position of feeling no contact is the only option left to protect your sanity. If you've gone no contact, then today's video is to remind you of some things. First, no one has the right to tell you how to feel about anything, let alone your abusive parents' actions. You know how things feel to you, and that's all that matters. Just because it may not bother someone else so much doesn't mean you're automatically wrong. It means you two feel differently, that's all. Second, no one has the right to dictate how you should handle the relationship with your abusive parent. They aren't in the relationship, so they don't even need to have an opinion on it, let alone share that opinion with you as if it was the gospel. Third, just because you're no longer speaking to your abusive parent doesn't mean you aren't honoring that parent. There's absolutely no honor in tolerating abuse. I wrote an article on my website called What It Really Means to Honor Your Parents. Check it out at www.cynthiabaileyrugg.com. Fourth, you have every right to protect yourself from abuse from anyone, and that includes your own parents. There is nothing godly or holy about tolerating abuse. Nothing. Fifth, remember that the person saying these things has absolutely zero clue of all the heartache you've endured, all the tears you've shed, all the prayers and begging God to change things and to show you what to do. This person's talking out of sheer ignorance, and this is not someone whose advice you should listen to. Sixth, many people who say such invalidating nonsense come from their own dysfunctional backgrounds. You facing your pain reminds them of their own pain that they're working so hard to try to ignore. Seeing you face your pain makes them feel cowardly for not facing theirs, or maybe it threatens their denial. If they had a decent relationship with your narcissistic parent, you're clearly showing the truth about your parent threatens their delusion that your parent's a good person. In any case, they just want to shut you down because of their own issues and lack of courage. It has nothing to do with you. Lastly, if you have doubts about whether or not you've made the right decision to go no contact with your parent, which we all do at some point, ask God to tell you. He will tell you nothing but the truth, and it really will help you greatly. Some time back, I was starting to have doubts about making no contact with my mother. She's elderly, widowed, and on her own for the first time at almost 80 years old. It's just natural I felt badly for her. I asked God one morning if I should resume contact. Immediately, I just knew what would happen if I did. It was almost like he was playing a movie in my mind. I could see the whole scenario play out. At first, my mother was kind and not very demanding, but as time wore on, she expected me to come by a couple times a week, then 3 times a week, and then daily. She would do her best to force me to be at her beck and call, unable to take care of my own family at home, and even my writing would be neglected. I knew in my heart this was right, because this is exactly what happened with my mother's mother. Physically and mentally, there is no way I could handle doing this. Plus, I can't allow my calling and my family to suffer just to provide somebody with narcissistic supply. God helped me to stay on the right track, just like when He told me it was time to go no contact with my parents in the first place. He can do the same thing for you. All you have to do is ask. Thank you for watching my video.